Once upon a time, in Verona, two wealthy families, the Montagues and the Capulets, were embroiled in an ancient feud. Instead of letting go of their grudge, they fueled the fire, leading to frequent street brawls. No Montague could speak to a Capulet without causing trouble, and vice versa. The story begins with Lord Capulet hosting a grand party, open to all except the Montagues. Romeo, a young Montague, wanted to attend because his love, Rosalind, was invited. Despite her indifference, he was determined to love someone and attended the ball with his friends, Mercutio and Benvolio. At the party, Romeo was captivated by a beautiful girl, forgetting Rosalind. He admired her, unaware she was Juliet, a Capulet. Tybalt, Lady Capulet's nephew, recognized Romeo and was furious, but Lord Capulet urged calm. Romeo declared his love to Juliet, and they kissed, unaware of each other's identity. Romeo learned Juliet was a Capulet, his family's enemy, and left the party in love. Juliet, too, was charmed by Romeo. She confessed her love aloud, unaware Romeo overheard. He revealed himself, and they exchanged loving words, wishing their family names didn't matter. Romeo and Juliet spoke for hours, sharing their feelings. They parted, unsure of their next meeting. Juliet promised to send a messenger. The next day, Romeo asked Friar Lawrence to marry them secretly, hoping their union would reconcile the families. The friar agreed. Juliet's nurse brought her Romeo's message about their secret wedding. They feared asking their parents for permission, knowing it would worsen the feud. They married secretly in Friar Lawrence's cell and promised to meet that night in Juliet's garden, with a rope ladder prepared for Romeo. Tybalt confronted Romeo and his friends, still angry about the party. He challenged Romeo to a duel, but Mercutio fought instead and was killed. Grief-stricken, Romeo killed Tybalt in revenge and was banished from Verona. That night, Romeo and Juliet met, unsure of their future. Juliet's father, unaware of her marriage, arranged her wedding to Paris. Juliet refused and sought Friar Lawrence's help. He gave her a potion to appear dead for 2 days, planning for Romeo to rescue her from the tomb. Juliet agreed and told her father she would marry Paris. The next morning, Juliet's nurse found her unresponsive, and the family believed she was dead. Friar Lawrence sent a messenger to Romeo, explaining the plan, but the message was delayed. Romeo heard of Juliet's death from a servant, bought poison, and rushed to Verona. Romeo entered the Capulet tomb, where Juliet lay. He encountered Paris, who mourned Juliet. In a struggle, Romeo killed Paris, laid him next to Juliet, and drank poison, dying beside her. Moments later, Juliet awoke, found Romeo dead, and ended her life with his dagger. The families, filled with sorrow, learned of the tragedy. Moved by their children's love and tragic end, they vowed to end their feud. On the tomb of Romeo and Juliet, the Montagues and Capulets reconciled, swearing never to fight again. Thus, the tragic tale of Romeo and Juliet ended.